Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to do my 2024 college football season preview. In this one, I'm going to go over my teams to watch this year, teams that I think will be some interesting teams to watch, to say the least. So, yeah, I got my notebook out here on the show. But this will basically be my teams to watch. This is my preview and predictions. I'll make some predictions here at the end of the video. Some predictions that I think will happen this year. And if I'm wrong, I will. But yeah, let's get to the teams to watch. The first team I have on my list is the Missouri Tigers. And Missouri's going to be interesting. Coming off an 11-win season and a win over Ohio State in the 2023 campaign, that bowl game. Hopes are going to be high for Missouri this year. That they can follow up last year's 11-win season, follow basically an encore from Eli Drinkwitz. Their schedule sets up for success by SEC standards, but it's a top-half heavy league this fall. Missouri could be one of the odd elite teams left out of the fray. I wouldn't be surprised if they had a down year coming off of last year, but they got Luther Bowden this year, so I think they're going to be a good team. I don't know about an 11-12-win season, but I think they'll be close to it. The next team I want to talk about is Oklahoma State. It's another team to watch. And also, these are teams expected to be in the hunt for a college football playoff berth, but are not projected to appear in the first 12-team postseason. Instead, 8, 9, or even 10-win seasons may not be enough for these squads, given the number at large spots being limited to 7. Because, I could just put all the top teams on here to watch, like Alabama, Ohio State, Oregon. But I'm picking teams that are not just the top teams. Oklahoma State is another interesting team, equipped with more returning starters than most Power Conference teams. They boast an offense that includes the reigning Doak Walker winner, Ollie Gordon, who was really their offense last year. Veteran quarterback Alan Bowman. They had returns, an experienced front, and that Arkansas game early for them is a game to watch. So look, but yeah, Oklahoma State's another team I would say to watch. Next team is Memphis, the Memphis Tigers, a team to watch from the American Athletic Conference. The Tigers should be favored almost every game they play this fall after they play at Florida State in September. If they can somehow upset Florida State and they become the Group of 5 favorite, because their schedule is pretty favorable to have a really good season. Boise State's the next team to watch. I've seen some playoff predictions, like Boise State could possibly be there. Opportunity knocks for them early. So they have a big game at Oregon early, and the highlight game of the schedule that includes Oregon State in the regular season finale. So they got some games that they can prove, hey, we can be in playoff contention. The next team I have is the Utah Utes. Kyle Whittingham and the Utah Utes are ready for life in the Big 12. Are they? Are they going to be? I think they're built for this. One of college football's most successful programs this decade. They entered the mix as one of the several preseason nationally ranked programs in the conference with a chance at big things this fall. And I think Utah's in for a big year. I think they're ready for life in the Big 12. Tennessee's another team. They could possibly be one of the SEC title threats. The Volunteers take on nationally ranked NC State and Oklahoma in September. That's going to be 2 fun games to watch. If you can win those, and the only 2 games to worry about for Tennessee become Alabama and Georgia. If you can win NC State and Oklahoma, then you only have to worry about Alabama and Georgia. And there's a clear path to 10 wins and possibly a playoff spot based on the schedule. Clemson is another team. I have 3 more teams here. This one, Clemson. It's been a few years since the 2-time national champ Dabo Swinney has led his club to the playoff. But if the ACC is as good as advertised, they could have a shot at the top. And that's a great opportunity at the start of the season, because they play Georgia week 1. That's going to be a huge, huge chance for Dabo Swinney's team. Dabo Swinney, see where his team's at. Michigan, the defending champs, they got a big chance in week 2 to start the year. I don't know what to think about them, because they have largely I don't know what to think about them due to a largely new offense this year. with Sherrone Moore, the first-year coach. But we'll see where they're at in week 2, because then they play the Texas Longhorns. So, that's going to be one of the top non-conference matchups this season. And my last team here is LSU. A consecutive high-end finishes for Brian Kelly with the Tigers. Kind of brings pressure now in year 3 to do that, and then some. Because you have a reshaped coaching staff, and he replaced the 3 first-round picks on the offense. I think it was Jaden Daniels, Blake Neighbors, and Brian Thomas Jr. replacing those guys. It's going to be hard to do because those 3 players were good last year, very good. But yeah, we'll have to see. I'm not going to do playoff predictions for this video because I don't see a point in doing that. So I'm going to make some predictions here for the most overrated and underrated teams in the top 25. I'm going to say Clemson. I really thought about putting Notre Dame. If it was me, I would put Notre Dame. But yeah, I put Clemson because I just don't know about Kate Klubnik, and Clemson just kind of really fallen off the last few years. They just haven't been that same team like they were, competing for national championships. Either Clemson, I would say Clemson's the most overrated team, or Notre Dame, because Notre Dame always gets put in the top 10, they always lose. I'm going to say Arizona's the most underrated, top 25. They got that freshman quarterback, that's now a sophomore this year. He's a freshman last year, really impressed in his freshman year. Noah something. I forgot what his last name is, but Noah something. And their offense is still going to be really good, even though they don't have Jacob Cowing this year. And I think another receiver, but their offense is still going to be really good. So I'm sure they've got good recruits. But yeah, those are my most overrated and underrated team in the top 25 this year. I'll make some predictions here. I think this will be the most exciting season since 2007. I really do. I think this season is going to be exciting. Because the year started off with Appalachian State beating Michigan. Remember in 2007, it never came close to sanity. The final day of the season began with the possibility of Missouri and West Virginia national title game, ending with Ohio State set to play 2 on LSU for the title. But that's also the year Nick Saban took over in Alabama and laid the foundation for random dominance that lasts into this decade. Yeah, but this season won't be anything but boring. I know people say, this season will be boring, but I think it's going to be exciting, because you have Oklahoma and Texas join the ACC, Oregon, Washington, UCLA, and USC join the Big Ten, Colorado, Arizona State, and Utah join the Big 12. Divisions are dead in the Big Ten and ACC. The college football playoff expands to 12, meaning far more teams will be in contention deeper into the season. You have November games that would have elicited a yawn in previous years. You'd be like, yawn. Who cares about these late season games? But this could affect the fate of multiple teams throughout the country late in these games. It's going to feel completely different. It's going to get wild. My second prediction is five SEC teams will make the first 12-team college football playoff. I think Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss will be in contention. Those 5 teams. I'll say Missouri, LSU, Oklahoma will be in that contention. So it's entirely reasonable that 5/8 of the group can finish in the top of the 11. There could be more SEC teams. But I'll say 5. But there could be more. I'm going to say Nebraska will enter 7-0 entering the Ohio State game. Their schedule is really favorable. The Big Ten has given them an absolute gift. They get the Ohio State Buckeyes in October, but they miss Oregon, Michigan, and Penn State. They got that freshman quarterback, Dylan Raiola. Freaking looks like Patrick Mahomes. But if he can take care of the ball and make plays when the opposing defense slips, they should be in position to win most of their games. But their schedule looks really, really favorable. The first 7 games, Let me pull up their schedule here. Their schedule is really favorable. They got UTEP, Colorado, Northern Iowa, Illinois, Nebraska, Rutgers, Indiana. The only game I really could see them losing is Colorado. I don't see them losing any of these other games. I don't see them losing to UTEP. I don't see them losing to Northern Iowa. I don't see them losing to Illinois. Don't see them losing to Purdue. Don't see them losing to Indiana. Don't see them losing to Rutgers. The only game I see them losing is Colorado. But if they get past Colorado, they're going to head into this Ohio State game possibly undefeated. I think Colorado will make a bowl game. I think Travis Hunter will probably be the best player on the field in every game for them. Shedeur Sanders should be one of the best quarterbacks. And I think the offensive and defensive lines will be way better for Colorado. I'm not saying they'll be a top team. I'm just saying they'll make a bowl game. I think Miami will play for the ACC title game. It's been a while, but they got some offensive linemen, Francis Malaga and Samson Okunlola, I think is how you say his name, will block for the Washington State transfer Cam Ward. They got that Oregon State transfer Damian Martinez, and they're going to have some leadership in the back end of the defense. So I think they're going to be in the ACC title game. I'm really high on Miami this year. Some of the rule changes. Yes, I want to mention some of the rule changes over this year. For the third straight season, they've implemented some rule changes, and these moves are going to affect them in the game situation. So for the first time in history, a 2-minute warning will be observed in the second and fourth quarter, along with in-helmet communication on the field, which is ideas originally announced by the NCAA playing rules oversight panel in March before the approval. The helmet communication helps protect against sign stealing, like some people will steal signs and you get accused of it. This will be help communication against sign stealing, while use of the 2-minute provides another extended timeout for teams during the decisive portion of games. So that's going to be interesting. We'll see how the 2-minute warning works. I'm kind of questioning it, but I mean, I'm not against it. But I don't know, I probably would have preferred not to have the 2-minute warning, but it's whatever. I'm not really going to complain about it. The helmet communication, that's a good rule change. I mean, that's really all I gotta say for my season preview and predictions. Man, I'm really looking forward to this college football season. I think it's gonna be really exciting. I really do. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say for this video. So leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Until next time, have a lot. Peace.